What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a very exciting Liverpool transfer news video. And Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Liverpool have a concrete interest in signing Leroy Sane. He could potentially replace Mo Salah in the January or summer transfer window, depending on when Salah eventually leaves Liverpool. And let me know, would you be okay with that replacement if we got huge money for Mo Salah? He only has 1 year left on his contract after this season finishes, and so far he hasn't signed a new contract extension. But of course many journalists said that Salah is willing to stay at Liverpool and he's leaning towards signing a new contract. There hasn't been any official talks yet about that, so we will talk in detail about that. And we have a huge update on André's transfer situation, because the Fluminense coach confirmed that André is leaving Fluminense, so more on that later in the second half of this video. And we will also talk about the aftermath of the Man City Liverpool game. I'm in such a good mood because even though Arsenal won in the last minute against Brentford, I think they got very lucky because Ramsdale made a couple of huge errors and Brentford failed to punish them. It was unlucky that Brentford didn't score when the game was 0-0. And I don't think Arsenal will keep pace with Man City or Liverpool in the whole season, because I still see some vulnerability in Arsenal. Their defense is not as good as Man City's defense. Their attack is not as good as Liverpool's or Man City's attack. But so far, fair play to Arsenal. They are actually top of the league. So how do you see the title race unfolding? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy these videos, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and please support my videos by donating via the thanks button below the video, or check out my Patreon, link is in the video description. You can subscribe to any tier you want. You get great benefits, additional content, and if you are a fan of Career Mode, that's the place to be, because you get so many awesome things on my Patreon for just a few dollars a month. And this is what Fabrizio Romano said about Leroy Sane. Liverpool's interest in Leroy Sane is concrete. You can compare him to the man he could replace, Mohamed Salah. They both have speed, and Sane is certainly a lot younger. Bayern Munich are aware of Liverpool's interest, and after the international break, Bayern will meet with the agent of Leroy Sane, Lion Sports Group, to talk about a potential contract extension. They really want to keep Sane, and Sane said that Bayern is the first club he will be talking to. His family has arrived in Munich after their new house was built, and the player is feeling happy so far, and he's, after Harry Kane, has been Bayern Munich's best player. So no wonder that Liverpool are interested in signing him. He would be a brilliant Salah replacement if Salah ends up leaving. But I don't want Salah to leave anytime soon. He's still at the top of his game. He got another assist in the Man City Liverpool game. His goals and assist contributions is just absolutely crazy, over the top, through the roof. But Sané wouldn't be too bad of a replacement for Mohamed Salah, in my opinion. And Fabrizio Romano said that you never know what will happen in these contract talks. So when Sane came to Munich during COVID, he was okay with earning 20 million euros per year, but now they will talk about money. It's always good to have other suitors at the table, like Liverpool, but it's no secret that Barcelona is also quite interested. The big question is whether Barcelona have the money. You also have to keep an eye on fellow La Liga outfit Real Madrid, who are also interested in Leroy Sane. But yeah, Real Madrid don't need another winger. Nobody knows what's going on with Kylian Mbappe, according to Fabrizio Romano, who will play a key role in all of this, as Liverpool and Real Madrid are both interested in Mbappe, which complicates this transfer merry-go-round ahead of the summer. Bayern will fight to hold on to Sane, but if Salah does move to Saudi Arabia, there will be a big player on the table. We have to watch these names and these three clubs and see how things shake out. So that is Fabrizio Romano's update. And my opinion is, if Salah does end up going to Saudi Arabia for something crazy like 150 million, then I think Leroy Sane should be probably Liverpool's #1 transfer target, because he's a player who could come in and straight away slot into the starting lineup and produce goals and assists and excite the Liverpool fans. Liverpool don't want to sign another project player to replace Salah, because we would miss out on so many goals if Salah leaves. Liverpool would could instantly end up going 2 steps backwards and we have to start the rebuild process again, which Liverpool don't want to do. Liverpool are not looking like a team who are favorites to win the title or who are ready to win the title right now, but they could end up developing into a team who is ready to win the title maybe in April or certainly next season. If we keep Salah, then I certainly can see Liverpool improving as much as going above Man City next season in the title race, because Man City could be on the decline. We are not sure about that yet, but you see cracks. They are not as strong as they were last season. I think last season was Man City's peak, and hopefully they are coming down from that peak. And Fabrizio also said that the big question around Leroy Sane has always been his mentality. This was a big discussion with Pep Guardiola. There were rumors around Man City also being interested in the player. I heard this was an option, but I also heard that Sane doesn't want to go back to Man City. He has fallen out with Guardiola and they probably doesn't want to go there. Jurgen Klopp is a coach who can get his players to buy into the work rate you need at Liverpool. This would be an intelligent move for Liverpool to get Sane, as he has everything. You can add a working mentality to this. With Jurgen Klopp probably can give him this. He would be perfect for Liverpool. Leroy Sane made a huge development at Bayern regarding his work rate in recent years, tracking back in addition to his offensive output. Now you see why he's so good now. He's also doing this job. And Leroy Sane is 27 years old, so he is at the peak of his career, and if he would cost huge amounts of money, I'm not sure Liverpool would sign a 28-year-old player, because in January he will turn 28 years old and his market value is crazy high. It's like 75 million euros. But this season Leroy Sane has been absolute fire. 19 games played, 9 goals and 7 assists. So that's 16 goal contributions in 19 games. That's Mo Salah kind of numbers for Bayern Munich, who are playing in a very competitive Bundesliga and also in the Champions League. And I want to check out Leroy Sane's statistics for last season. 14 goals and 10 assists, so 24 goal contributions in 44 games. That's pretty decent, but this season I'm sure he will break that by maybe double, because already 1/3 of the season gone. And he already almost matched last season's goal contributions. So he will probably improve between 50 and 75% on last season's goal contributions. So Sane could end up getting 20 goals and 15 assists by the end of this season, which would be, or 25 goals and 10, maybe 15 assists. That would be also similar to Mo Salah. Of course, you can't really directly replace Mo Salah, because there's just nobody who can put those kind of numbers on the pitch, maybe apart from Kylian Mbappe, but I don't think Liverpool are signing Mbappe. But Leroy Sane would certainly be a very good option for Liverpool to have. And if Salah is sold for 150 million, then we certainly can afford Leroy Sane's big transfer fee and big wages. That wouldn't be a problem. And also Salah's huge wages would be off the wage bill, so Liverpool could certainly offer similar kind of big wages to Leroy Sane if he comes in. And Leroy Sane has certainly already showed that he can do it in the Premier League. He had 14 and 16 goals in all competitions in the 17-18 and 18-19 season for Man City. And he's not an injury-prone player, because for Man City he was hardly ever injured. He played 49 and 47 games in 2 seasons, and the first season 37. And then for Bayern Munich, 44 games, 10 goals in his first season, 45 games, 14 goals and 10 assists in his second season, and then 44 games last season, 14 goals and 10 assists as well. And this season 19 games, 9 goals and 7 assists. So Sane has been very prolific, and we could go from Mane to Sane in the Liverpool team, which would be absolutely brilliant, because I think Sane would be good enough to replace Salah. Of course, we would certainly have to curb our expectations. He wouldn't score 31 goals on average per season, but if he scores 15 to 20 goals, and then I think Darwin Núñez could become a player in 1 or 2 seasons who scores 30 goals a season on average. He's on course to score between 15 and 20 goals this season, and maybe even more. if he starts finishing his chances, and if he's a little bit more ruthless in front of goal, Darwin Núñez can become a player capable of scoring 30-35 goals a season. I'm pretty convinced of that. And now let's talk about André, because Fluminense coach Diniz has confirmed that André will be leaving Fluminense at the end of the Brazilian season, which is in December. So we know that he's going to Europe. This is what his coach said. André's departure is imminent. They are two players who were trained at Fluminense and who have had very good times here at the club. Apart from them, we have other possibilities, but I think they are players I'm counting on a lot for next year. He's talking about the other players in the Fluminense squad. The Fluminense centre-back is going to Europe as well. I think another Premier League club snatched him up. But it looks like André will go to either Fulham, Tottenham or Arsenal. Liverpool at the moment looks like out of the running, and I don't understand why, because Liverpool's midfield certainly doesn't look like a finished article. And with a little bit more ambition and a little bit more money, I think Liverpool could have a much better midfield. But with the signing of André, but maybe Liverpool want to give enough chances and enough time for Endo and maybe Bajcetic after coming back from his injury to make that defensive midfield spot their own. And it makes sense short term, but long term, I think Liverpool still would be a much better team if we signed a world-class defensive midfielder. André is not world-class at the moment, but he's on his way. You would argue Endo wouldn't improve much, and he certainly doesn't enjoy the trust of Jurgen Klopp to start regularly in the Premier League. I mean, we are 1/3 of the season in, and Endo only started one Premier League game, and even in that game he was sometimes clumsy, picked up a yellow card, almost gets sent off with a red card as well. So certainly Endo so far isn't the solution to that defensive midfield problem, and many Liverpool fans are asking for Endo to just start so we can play McAllister further forward. Imagine a McAllister-Szoboszlai attacking midfield duo bombing up the pitch while Endo is shielding the defense. Against smaller sides, I think we should try that out. Let's hope we do that. Maybe against Fulham at home. That's the ideal game to do it in. But I still think we need Endo to get more playing time. Plus, also, hopefully Bajcetic and Thiago come back and we can give them more opportunities to showcase their talents. Certainly Bajcetic would need a lot of playing time. Maybe Liverpool are afraid if we sign André, then we limit Bajcetic's opportunities to play, and that would hinder his progress. But at the moment, I think Bajcetic's biggest problem is he can't stay fit. He still has a growing young body, and the rigorous, very, very brutal nature of the Premier League is it's so demanding physically that young players keep getting injured in this relentless Premier League. But if you can't deal with that, then you are not suited to play for Liverpool, because we need absolutely big guys made of steel to play in that defensive midfield position. So let me know, how do you see that position going forward in the Liverpool team? And Mo Salah said something very interesting. He said that the rivalry with Man City made him a better player, and their recent success has made Liverpool work harder than they usually do. He said this rivalry with Man City, it makes us a better team, it makes us better players, and I'm sure it makes the manager a better manager as well. When you always know that someone is going to win their games, and someone is always waiting for you to lose a game, you always work harder than you usually do. It makes us a better team and better players. And even Guardiola has said that his biggest rival and his biggest nemesis who has been Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, and he has not seen another team like Liverpool that works so hard and produce so many consistent great results. So I think both, it is true for Man City as well, that Man City are a better team and Guardiola is a better manager because of Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp and what we have achieved in the last 5 seasons. This season it's going to be an even better and bigger title race, because I think Arsenal can probably last the pace until maybe March or April. We will see how the results shape up. The good news for Liverpool is we already played away at Chelsea, Newcastle, Man City and Tottenham, and we only lost one of those games, and that was to a last minute own goal after we were absolutely robbed by the referee. So we have to play the biggest teams at home for the rest of the season. Yes, we still have to go to Everton and we still have to go to Old Trafford, which certainly recently has been a happy hunting ground, Old Trafford, but Goodison Park is always tough. Man United are in such low state at the moment. I'm not really that worried about those kind of games. Hopefully we will smash them home and away. But this title race is still open and Liverpool are in it, and I'm really happy. That's all I wanted before the start of the season. So let's take every game as it comes and try to go on a winning run. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.